Jumping off of a bridge, a building, or a cliff is one of the most dangerous sports there is, and that's why Charlie Rose wants to do it. Starting to become more mainstream, they say, in the form of tandem base jumping. Adventure traveler Alex Boylan checked out this new way of risking your neck.
All right, 8:52 in the morning, Bridge Day 2012. Who's ready to do some base jumping?
For one Saturday every fall, the new River Gorge Bridge in Fayetteville, West Virginia, transforms into a human launch pad. It's known as Bridge Day, the largest event in the world dedicated to a sport that defines the word extreme. Tell me a little bit about Bridge Day.
Bridge Day is not safe, is basically the best way to describe it, and that's what makes it so cool. There's 450 jumpers from 41 states and 10 countries. It's just an amazing event.
Deemed illegal in most of the country, base jumping is a free-fall, parachuted jump off a fixed object. According to its acronym, the jump must be from a building, antenna, span, or the earth itself. The launch points and length of free fall make it the dangerous younger cousin to skydiving. Mark Kistner has been jumping out of planes and off objects since the 90s. And says although the latter is more intense, it's more serene at the same time.
An airplane, it's loud, the engine's running, the wind's rushing. Versus base, you're just standing on the edge. It's completely quiet, there's no motion, and you're just really at one with yourself and the object that you're on. And so you're stepping off into nothing.
Very few people have ever had that sensation because it takes a lot of time and money. In most places, you're required to have at least 100 certified solo skydives before you make a solo base jump. But recently, that's all changed. 2 years ago, Kistner founded the first ever tandem base jumping company in Twin Falls, Idaho.
It took about a year of research and development before we actually started doing it.
Now, for just $400, anyone can be strapped to an instructor and leap off a perfectly good bridge.
I just wanted to welcome you to Bridge Day. You guys are doing something pretty exciting.
You guys ready?
Yep.
And for the second year in a row, base jumping's biggest day offered the tandem experience to any adrenaline-hungry novice.
What made you decide to jump off a bridge?
On my bucket list. A base jump was on my bucket list.
Ronnie Franklin heard about that option and didn't think twice.
My wife had pancreatic cancer for 4 years. About 6 months before she died, I had always wanted to go to Alaska on my motorcycle. And one night she wrote him, she said, I wish you would have went, and I wish I would have went with you. But I'm just not going to lay there and say, I wish I would have done something. I'm doing it.
Ronnie made that trip to Alaska and is on his way to crossing off everything on his bucket list.
Just hang on and smile big.
And finally,
All right, perfect.
I like it.
at age 68, he was ready and able.
Love you,
Love you, Dad.
With his son and quite possibly his late wife looking on,
Ready?
Ronnie bravely shimmied up to the edge.
You're cleared to base jump. 3, 2, 1, see ya.
Although it was only a few seconds of free fall,
It's green.
Are we going in the water?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then, let's do it.
and a rough landing, it was everything he dreamt.
It was fantastic. Perfect.
Now, everybody who wants to fly like a bird is able to come and do that.
Proponents of base jumping hope the new tandem trend may open doors for the sport in general and point to tandem skydiving as the reason why. In the 1980s, skydiving was reserved for extreme daredevils only, but when the tandem technology was perfected, the sport took off. Today, there are more than 500,000 tandem jumps a year in the US alone.
Base jumping is sort of now where skateboarding was in the 70s, and now look how well skateboarding is accepted. So yeah, we'll be there someday.
So far, only a few hundred people across the country have signed up to willingly partake in one of the world's most dangerous sports.
Just do what you guys gotta do. Get us alive on this jump.
3, 2, 1, 0!
But if all the reviews are similar to this, the risk may be well worth the reward.
I love you, honey.
Oh, that's nice. Alex Boylan is here at the table. I'm wondering if the people who love and care about you know that you do this. 'Cause it's
I told
very
my
dangerous.
mom afterwards.
Oh, after you did
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But how safe is it really? Because you look like you hit the ground very hard there.
Absolutely. It's a very dangerous sport. The main thing is that you only have a few seconds, so there's not much reaction time, whereas skydiving, you have 45 seconds if something goes wrong. Here, there's not much. And then also, wind can pick up, so people who are jumping off cliffs and stuff like that can get, pushed against that.
Even though you're doing it in tandem with somebody who's done it many, many times.
Yes, and right now with Tandem BASE out of Twin Falls, Idaho, they're only jumping off bridges, and that's the safest place. If you are going to Tandem BASE jump, that's the place to do it because it's going to be the safest.
So, Charlie, when are you going to do it?
Next year, Bridge Day. All of us will jump as a team.
My three questions would have to be answered. How safe, how thrilling, and how hard?
Thrilling. It was thrilling, exciting. Also, there's a lot of fear. You come up on that ledge, it's over 800 feet. I would definitely do it. And at the end of the day, it's really not that difficult.
What have you done that's more fun?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I mean, I have skydived. I have done, some very large bungee jumps, but there's something about the fact that the danger factor in there. It's
I have a personal
I'm glad you're all right.